Okay, Chris back at doing CZ's Aquatic Adventures, and you can see I couldn't resist getting more fish. As the wife would say. We got some 4 rosy barbs, 4 Rombo barbs, and we got more scissortail raspberries to add to the 75. Get these guys home and quarantine them. I'm going to be moving the Jaguar to the 30 gallon with the other one, separate them, and then when I get back from the beach, we're going on vacation, by the way. But when we get back from the beach, I'll be looking for 125, and then we'll be moving fish around. But for right now, we'll get these guys home and into a quarantine tank, and then we'll put them in the barb tank when they're ready.
Can we scan that code?
Yeah, sorry guys, we're at the drive-thru, but yeah, get those guys home. When I get back from the beach, we're gonna be setting up a pond too. That's why I got those. I got some white cloud minnows. I'll show you guys when I get back. White cloud and gold cloud minnows. I got them on sale at the pet store, so I'll show you guys that when I get back to the fish nook, and we'll film from there. But yes, we're getting some new fish. We got some new fish added, and we'll get them quarantined and acclimated when we get home. All right, guys. See you at the fish nook. Bye. Whoa! Hit that finger right there. Okay, guys, we're back at the fish nook. Just letting this tank run down because I'm going to put that separator in there, put the Jaguars in there for now. I haven't been able to get a 125 gallon yet. I won't be able to get one until after I get back from the beach. I'll be gone for about 6 days, taking a week vacation, just to get away from everything. But for now, I'm going to separate these guys and put them in a 30 gallon. And then this 5 gallons already set up for me to acclimate them or get them ready. This tank down here, I'm going to be setting up. I'm probably going to be moving everything from that tank down here, or vice versa, or whatever I decide to do. But we'll probably get those fish in there, down here, when I get back from the beach. Let this tank cycle, and then I'll have the fish I got now in there. But I'm just setting this tank up first to move the Jaguar into this tank, and then I can separate them too, like little kids. But that tank will be empty for the 11 fish I just bought. We're probably gonna have to get this tank set up for. I'll probably move them tomorrow, but I just want to get them in the tank today. I got a filter down here that I can use, which I'm gonna use to cycle this tank, and then I'll get that moved tomorrow. I'll probably get a heater too in there, just to get this tank ready to go. And then we'll be moving those. That tank will be empty, and I'll be moving the 10 gallons here. As you can see, I got the white cloud minnows in here. This is a non-heated tank. We're gonna let those guys get. I'm actually treating that with salt, and I may have to put some parasitic. Look like some of these guys have skinny bellies, but we'll see if they start eating, if their bellies get bigger. If not, we'll treat them with some medication. But yeah, we got some more fish, and we're very happy to get this stuff rolling. Like I said I was gonna. I might move these guys into the 30 gallon once I get the 30 gallon of the Jaguars moved. I haven't been able to find a pond yet, but you can see these guys are doing great. They're swimming around. They're looking good. They're healthy. They're eating. So we're in good shape there. But yeah, let me get this tank moved down, and once I get the water level where it's below that, and I can see it, then we'll be moving like right now. Let me go, guys. I'll get the fish in here, and we'll see. I'm below that water line. Okay, we'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, as you can see, well, the Jaguar is back there behind the rock, and then this one's over here on this side. Before you guys make any comments, these fish will be moved into a bigger tank. When I get to 125, I'm going to put these guys in there. It's a good time to put them in when the other fish are bigger than him. The Jack Dempsey and the Green Terror are bigger than him. So I want to give it a test. I want to get this tank filled up with different fish. We're going to get this. I don't know what we're going to put in there yet. I'm not sure. Like I said before, I might put the goldfish in there, depending on what I do with the pond. Because I still got these guys I want to put in the pond too. These are cold water fish too. These are white cloud minnows and gold cloud minnows. But we still got to get these guys. Obviously, whenever I get new fish, I quarantine them. So these guys right here are going to be quarantined. I set this 10 gallon up You can see I'm running a filter right now. I'm gonna get a heater in there, and I'd like to quarantine these guys in that tank. Once I get this tank ready, I will shut that tank off for now, and then I'll just run the 2 10-gallons. I might even shut the third one down there, just to have it set up and maybe move some other fish around. But these guys are still babies, and these guys are still small. So I don't like putting that many fish in one tank at one time, but we're gonna do it for one night, and then we'll move these guys tomorrow, or maybe later on today, depending on how the temperature gets. But yeah, whenever I get new fish, guys, I always quarantine them. So, and I don't use the bag that they're in, the water they're in. I usually put they're acclimating to the temperature. My temperature is a little bit lower down here. It's about 76 as opposed to, well, usually the Petco is about 76 anyway, so it should be an even match. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to get these guys out of their water and put them in a bucket, and I'm going to put them into the tank. And like I did last time, I don't really. I guess I will film it, but give me 1 second, guys, and I'll be right back. Of course, the most exciting day a fish keeper can have is when they get new fish. Obviously, Petco had a really good sale on these fish. Whenever I see a good sale, I'll go to Petco and get them. I don't spend a lot of money on fish, but you can see I got these guys in the bucket. Now, you could always, whenever you put new fish in, you could always put the net up top and then pour the water in. I do that sometimes, but with these guys, being that there's so many in there, I wanted to get them out individually, or a couple at a time. So, in saying that, let me get the net, and I will show you guys their new home. Give me 1 second, guys. So I told you guys whenever I sold my car, I would get some more fish. Well, I sold my car, so now we get more fish. So these guys are going in this tank here. So let me get these guys into a net and then put them in there. So one of the reasons why I like to put them in, look at them first, because I can see if there's any type of disease, or if any fish aren't going to make it. And before I even think, if I think they're not going to make it, I'll take them out. Petco has a return policy, so I'll usually return the fish, and they're usually pretty good with me as far as returning fish. So just remember that if you go to Petco, the best place to go to buy fish is a place where they're going to give you a guarantee, a warranty. They're 30 days, I believe, as long as you give them a water sample. I know all my water's good, but they just do this for precautionary, to make sure. It actually helps you out to make sure your water's good. But that's the way I usually put fish in there. But like I said, I want to see how these guys do. This tank should be good because it had a big jaguar in it, or about a 6-inch jaguar, so that it should be about the same, because these fish are a little bit different, but a little bit smaller, but there's more of them. So let me get the rest of them in there. We'll see how they do. But like I said, I didn't think was going to get that many. I thought I was going to only get 4, because I wanted to get the Rombo bubs. But I know I wanted some more scissortail, and they're only $2.49. Scissortails are one of my favorite fish. Scissortail rasboras. They're in the 75 with the angelfish snouthoff 6. I love watching them school around. They're technically not a schooling fish, but those 3 guys do school, and I like the way they swim in that tank. It looks awesome. I wasn't able to get any roseline sharks that I wanted. I did see one at Petco, and I don't go to Petco here locally. I go to Petco down in Frederick, which is a good 45 minutes for me. So I wanted to get whatever I can get. In saying that, like I said, I want to see how these guys do, and we'll get them acclimated a little bit. I do want to, when I leave for vacation, I want to make sure they're in the 10-gallon tank, because I just feel more comfortable with a lot more fish, and then put them in a 10-gallon tank. So, but like I said, we're getting there with all these tanks set up. I still haven't been able to get a pump. I'm gonna do that when I get back. Pond and a pump. Those two things I want to do, and obviously the 125 gallon. And then I will be complete. I won't be able to do. I'm not gonna do anything else for a while. And then we're gonna move around the fish, and hopefully we'll get a pond, and I can put goldfish. And we'll just depend on what depends on what kind of pond we get. We may put the minnows in there, maybe the goldfish in here. Maybe move the goldfish to the 30 gallon for now. I don't know yet. And maybe if I get the 125 setup, I may move all the fish to the 125 and separate it like that, and then maybe move these fish upstairs. So we'll figure out when we get there. But we have a lot of options. That's what's good about having, and I don't have that many big tanks, but what's good about having small tanks is that you can, separate the fish and give them a pretty good life. So let me get the rest of these guys in there, okay? Okay, guys, they're all in there, and what's good about this tank too is is this tank has a lot of plants in it. So we have some good vegetation in there. They're gonna have a little more room to swim, or a little more room to hide. So like I said, we're gonna keep an eye on these guys and see how they do. Our goal is obviously to get them into a 10-gallon tank, but this tank's already cycled, so we'll put them in there. And I guess I gotta get a heater for this tank. I should have set this tank up before I left, but it was kind of like my wife's like, she wanted to go pick up her wine in Frederick, so I'm like, okay. The Petco, we were there yesterday. I had those fish. I think I want to get those fish. I really want them because I can't find them anywhere. And she's like, okay, let's go. So I ended up getting more fish than I thought. I saw some rosy barbs, and I saw some, like I said, scissor tail. Yeah. Okay, the wife is yelling at me, but that's why I stopped. So, so with this tank, we want to see how they do in here. Like I said, this one's already cycled. But like I said, whenever I go to the fish store, when I see a couple fish I'm gonna buy them, and that's just when I have money. And I didn't buy fish for like 3 months. But this is the last, I think 3 days in a row, or the last 5 days I bought fish. So it's okay, it's all good. It all started because my wife wanted fish at the carnival, so that's her fault. Anyway, so we'll keep an eye on these guys. And looks like one of the rosy barbs isn't doing so great, so we'll keep an eye on them and see how they do. It may take a little bit. I always keep an eye on the goldfish. When I put them in the tank, they didn't look so great either, but they're popped up, and they're if you look at this tank right now, make sure you guys can see it pretty good. You see the gray ones are swimming around now, which is a good sign. And then these guys, I fed them goldfish pellets, so they're looking for more food. So I'm pretty happy with the way they're looking. But like I said, we got plans for those guys. Maybe a pond outside. I don't know yet. But like I said, I always even when I've been in the fish hobby for a long time. I've always grabbing some stuff just to grab these guys out of a bad situation. Just like when I used to have snakes. We used to feed them, but once I get rid of the snakes, I actually kept some rats from time to time to save them, so they have a good life. But you can see these guys. We're going to keep an eye on these guys. One of them looks like he's having an issue, but like I said, we get our money back. They were in the bag for a little while. I don't know if I like the way the guy how much water they had in the bag, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, we'll keep an eye on them, see how they do. And if anyone dies, then we'll have to bring them back and get more, or get a exchange. So that's it, guys. That's it for today. If you want to take a closer look at the tank, You can see them in there. Get them. It might take a little bit to get themselves situated. And like I said, we'll move them to a bigger tank eventually. But for right now, that's going to be good for them. Always excited to get new fish, guys. And like I said, the goldfish were rehomes. These guys I bought. The jaguars are still looking for a home. I didn't get rid of them yet. I might keep them. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Once they get to 125, I'll probably put them in there and let them grow a little bit. And then if they're too aggressive, I'll take them out. And I got some people who want to buy them. So I know there's a guy on YouTube. I just haven't had the time to investigate or get some stuff for me to ship it. So give me some time. I may still sell them to you. I'm not sure yet. I'm still undecided. I still got a lot of things going on with my health, and I got some tests I got to do tomorrow. So I've been very busy. So I haven't had time to go out and buy stuff I need to ship them to you. So let me think about it, and then I'll get back to you. But you know, eventually I'll be selling fish once I get this whole section set up. The whole, you know, as my brother calls it, he always looks forward to seeing what's going on with the fish nook. The fish nook is almost completed. Once we get everything situated, we're going to start breeding fish, and then hopefully we'll you know, start selling. You know, I did notice upstairs that there are some molly babies, which I'm very excited about. The black molly that died, I guess the mollies in that tank, the yellow ones, are holding sperm, and they actually had some babies. So I'm looking forward to seeing them grow out, and they're gonna get nice and big. The population control is in there. I believe that the Siamese algae is taking care of some of the babies, but I'm not worried about that. I don't want to have too many babies. If you overpopulate, you have crazy and mess up all your parameters. Also, update on the reason why I got some Rombo barbs is because I had the flagfish in there with him, and I believe the flagfish wiped out a couple of fish. The bigger one, I'm missing some fish in there, and with any cycle of life, and when you're keeping fish, or any, a lot of times other fish will eat it and they'll disappear, the body disappears. So that's just the nature of the beast, and a lot of times you don't see the fish die, but they'll be eaten by whatever catfish I got in there, whatever fish is gonna nibble on it. So I didn't notice it. The tank's kind of on the bottom, so I really didn't have a chance to go in there and look at it really good. So, you know, it happens. You know what I mean? We have to make it. We have to really look into it and see what's going on. You know, but we got these guys, the rosy barbs and the the Rombo barbs. We got them for that 20 gallon tank long, and we're gonna put them in there, and hopefully they'll be. I'll put them back in there, and then I had to move the flagfish into this tank here. Well, actually, I moved them into the convict tank, which was a mistake, because one of them, these guys in here, if you can see them, they decided to tear them to shreds. You know, there was another flagfish I took out. I put him back in the tank up there. He's only by himself. I don't think he's a smaller one. So, unfortunately, we make mistakes. I didn't think the convicts were gonna take him out, and they just. Unfortunately, they destroyed them. So it was a mistake I made. And like I said, I always admit to my mistakes, and that was a mistake. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I noticed that he was attacking. They were attacking the other fish, and flagfish can be aggressive. So, and I didn't want to put them in here, keep them in here. I was afraid that that they would kill the smaller neons and the pencil fish. So I put them back upstairs in the 20 gallon. That's probably the best tank for them. And then we'll move these barbs into that tank as long as they come out of acclimate quarantine okay. But it looks like they're ready to look for some food. They're getting comfortable in there. So we're gonna look like they're doing pretty good now. They're getting comfortable in there, and I think there's 3 Rombo barbs there. I don't know where the other one is, but all right, here he is in the plants. So that looks like we have some pretty good fish there so far. So anyway, I will make another video about these guys in the 10 gallon like I set up, and we're moving forward, guys. We'll see if we get more tanks set up. I still gotta go one of these days when I get a chance. One pump, and I'm gonna get like 4 or 5 more sponge filters. You can buy them online; they're cheap, $6, $7. And every one of these tanks, you're gonna get a sponge filter, and I'm gonna get rid of all the hang-on backs. So we only run one filter, and I could do some other things as far as electricity is concerned when I don't have to run that many hang-on back filters. If I just want to run one pump, they don't take up a lot of electricity, so I could always do some other stuff, or plug some other stuff in to make it right, to make the electricity work for us. So anyway, that's the update really on the new fish we got. I probably won't release this video too close to the one I just released because we got more goldfish in that tank. But and these tropical fish that I got, we're gonna quarantine them. I always quarantine my fish with salt, and then if they get through salt, I usually don't go too crazy with medication. If I notice that they're doing good, if I see any flat stomachs, I will put anti-parasitic like I did with those blue acaras. That actually works. XPLP, I believe. So for now, we're good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tanks down here, or 9 tanks are running. So actually, if you count that one, that's 10. So all of them are pretty much all of them are full except for this one 10-gallon here. All of them are full except for that one. I'm just waiting to run through the pumps on them. So on that note, I'm glad you guys joined me today for the exciting new fish. And if you can't own them, rehome them. Remember, like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. Get CC's Aquatic Adventures out there. The more you guys share and like and comment and subscribe, the better off the channel does. And like I said, I always told you guys, I'm not here for the money. I'm just here to add to the fish hobby and represent this area of Pennsylvania. See you guys. Peace.